Yoon Ji Ho's love story. Yoon Ji Ho is a member of F4 in the Korean drama Boys Over Flowers. He is an orphan. His parents died in a car accident when he was little. Since then he has been traumatized when he has to drive a car. Apart from that, he was a quiet child. Despite that, the F4 members and Min Se-hyun were really nice to him. They are friends since childhood. F4 is a gang of 4 handsome, smart and rich men: Gu Junpyo, Yoon Ji Ho, Seo Jong, and Song Woo Bin. However, on the other hand, they are also arrogant and happy to make fun of their schoolmates just because of a small mistake. While Min Se-hyun is said to be 1 year older than them. Here she is told by Yoon Ji Ho's lover. Well, Ji Ho's story begins when a poor girl enters his school. While the school is famous for all the students are the children of rich people. The school was named Shinhwa. On the other hand, this girl is the daughter of a family that runs a laundry business. Her name is Jeom Jandi. Jandi has a character who is brave, passionate and kind. Although she is not very smart, but she is good at swimming. Here we will not focus on anything else, except for Yoon Ji Ho's life story. So, at that time he was playing the violin. By the way, Ji Ho is very good at playing music, especially the violin and guitar. No wonder, because he is Kim Hyun Joong. Okay, back to the story. While he was playing the violin, he saw Jandi, who asked where the school swimming pool was, so Ji Ho told her. Jandi said she fell in love with Ji Ho the first time she saw him play the violin on his first day at school. However, knowing that Ji Ho only loves Se-hyun and is devastated that Se-hyun is going to study abroad, Jandi throws away her pride, begging Se-hyun not to leave Ji Ho to study abroad. Shortly, Ji Ho was angry at Jandi for meddling in his affairs. But in the end he could understand Jandi's good intentions. The next day, he catches up with Se-hyun. Several days have passed. Ji Ho surprises the whole school with his arrival. At the same time, Junpyo announced that Jeom Jandi is his girlfriend. So, during Ji Ho's overseas, Jandi begins to fall in love with Junpyo. Apparently Se-hyun is getting engaged in Paris, so Ji Ho returns to Korea. In the following episodes, it was told that Ji Ho always tried to get Jandi's heart again and made Jandi falter. This made Junpyo furious and wanted to expel Jandi and Ji Ho from Shinhwa. This was rejected by Junpyo's older brother, Junhui. Junhui carries out several matches for Junpyo and Ji Ho. If Ji Ho wins, Junpyo will have to accept Jandi and Ji Ho's relationship without expelling them from school. But if Junpyo wins, then Jandi and Ji Ho have to leave Shinhwa. There are 3 games: a race car ride, horse riding and swimming. The first race is impossible for Ji Ho to win, because he is traumatized by cars. But he managed to win because he made Junpyo jealous by kissing Jandi on the forehead in front of Junpyo. As a result, Junpyo can't focus on his race. In the second race is horse racing. In this case Ji Ho is very superior with his white horse named Louis. By the way, this white horse was Ji Ho's pet since childhood. Afraid of losing, Junpyo takes shortcuts, which results in his black horse being injured and unable to fight again. And in the last match, namely swimming, Junpyo deliberately loses because he feels guilty towards Ji Ho for an incident in his childhood when Junpyo broke Ji Ho's toys. That way, Jandi and Ji Ho were not kicked out of Shinhwa. They are also officially dating. However, unfortunately Jeom Jandi is already in love with Junpyo. How poor our Ji Ho is. He just lost Se-hyun, now he has to lose Jandi. He also let Jandi return to Junpyo. At first, Junpyo refuses, but Ji Ho sets him up. He pretends to only use Jandi to irritate Junpyo and confess his feelings to Jandi. And the plan worked. Jandi and Junpyo return to dating. One problem solved, a new problem appears. Junpyo and Jandi's love is hindered by the blessing of Junpyo's mother. She disagrees because Jandi is not from a rich family. Jandi often cries because of Junpyo's mother. but Yoon Ji Ho always came to help and comfort her. Until Jandy gave the nickname that Ji Ho is GM Jandy's firefighter car. Shortly after graduating from high school, Junpyo moved to Macau to take care of his family's business. He almost never contacted Jandy anymore. Finally, Jandy decided to follow Junpyo to Macau. Arriving in Macau, Junpyo pretends not to see Jandy due to pressure from his mother. Meanwhile, Jandy is almost tricked by some bandits. At that time, the first word out of her mouth was Junpyo's name. But who would have thought that it would be Ji Ho and two other F4 members who came? After successfully defeating the bandits, Ji Ho came to Jandy and wiped away her tears. This instantly put Jandy at ease. After knowing that Junpyo doesn't want to meet Jandy, Ji Ho comes to Junpyo. He begged Junpyo to agree to meet Jandy. At that time, just before dawn, Ji Ho wakes up Jandy and takes Jandy to meet Junpyo without telling Jandy. After almost arriving, Ji Ho told Jandy that this was the purpose of Jandy coming to Macau. From here Jandy must walk alone. Ji Ho's heart must have been broken, but he still accompanied Jandy to meet Junpyo. What next? We will continue in the next video.